All right, so starting from the top here. So we already added our config stuff, so we should just be able to go into the index. Why are we failing to table of contents? Did I accidentally rename this? I specifically requested it not to. Table blocks, table of content, index. Restart the server just in case. Should be good. I didn't break anything, I don't think. All right, cool. So we got our pain points. Now we're going to get rid of all of these props, and we'll do props type props equals pain point props, or we can then do props. Let's go ahead and shorten these. Oh, that's actually going to be wrong anyway, because we're going to import our rich text component, get rid of all of that. Now I can shorten these. All right, so now from those props, we're going to take a deconstructed array or object from props, and we're going to do active header section pain points, and then we've got image. Oh, I guess there is no image on this one, so that's fine. All right, so we've got active, we've got header section, and then here we have our pain points, and then for the image object, that spread operator is fine, but we need to make sure that it exists. Image. If it does, we need to make sure that the type of it does not equal a string and is indeed an object, and then that should clear all of those errors if I did it right. Point.image. Okay, so it can't be a string. Point.image. There we go. So that's what's missing. .image. .image. There we go. Then we got our rich text where we'll have our data, which should take that as long as this actually exists. So we'll wrap this in a conditional check to make sure that pain point exists. Then get rid of our button type that we made up because it's unnecessary. And I guess we didn't need the pain point array prop, but that's okay because we are golden here. So we'll make sure that our pain point is showing up. Pain point section, we've got our images again, and all of that looks good. All right, so next up, got our sponsored block. We're not going to need any of those. We're going to import our rich text component. So we've got our props. We're going to do type props and set that equal to our sponsored block props. And I'm setting type as props for each of these just so everything is uniform across the board. All right, so then we need to deconstruct a new const called props. We don't have our active here, so we're going to add that header section and then our sponsored content with our link, and that should be it there. So we're going to here do if active, then all of that stuff. We'll switch this to be rich text, data, sponsored content. So wrap this in a conditional check to make sure all that's good. So now all of this link is potentially undefined, but it shouldn't be if I have a link. Then we got link title, then CTA again. Doing some type assertion, or not, yeah, type assertions to make sure that we get a non-null value there, which even though these are not required fields, that should happen. And then we're gonna have an empty string here to satisfy, what's going on with our link here? Types of property AriaLabel are incompatible with null. So I need to, again, non-null value. That gets rid of that error with our anchor text, and we're good to go. So I believe that was the easiest one that we've done so far. Perfect. So we'll make sure our sponsored block still shows up, which is right there. It does indeed. All right, that's not true anymore, and that's okay with me. All right, so next up, is our steps. We'll go into there again, same thing, type props. Set that equal to our steps props and have our props be assigned to props. Then we're going to take a deconstructed constant again to props. We'll do active header section steps, and that's it. So we're going to make sure our steps clear that error. We no longer need our header type, and that seems to be all good there. So we've got our steps that are right here, and they should stay the same. So that one was easy, probably easier than our sponsored block. So we're flying through these now. Steps with icons, rather, not images. So we're going to need our rich text. Not rich. I wish. All right, rich from our components, rich text, which can be shortened to this. Keep it clean. All right, so now we're going to have our type props going to be equal to our steps with icons prop. Then we've got props that will be assigned props. Same thing, equals props. Set it to active header section steps. I believe that's it. Oh, ID? ID. No, because ID is going to come from something else. So we got active steps. This is going to be image. We're going to get rid of that because we're going to do our checks where we want to make sure that step exists, or the step image exists, and the type of that does not equal string. If all that's true, we do have to do that. Oops, in the right place. That clears all those errors there. We get rich text in here, add data, get rid of all of that unnecessary stuff. Step. So gotta make sure that we add step. So it's not step, it's step content. You know, if I had read, that would have made things a lot easier. All right, the content's back. We're in good shape there. All right, next up, we've got our summary component, or I guess we don't really need this. And honestly, oh, the summary is fine. It's something that's really going to be used for blogs only rather than this, but we'll clear the errors, make sure everything's working great. Header section. All right, so we get our type props set equal to our summary props. Here, do props, summary props, const, active, header section, summary. Set that equal to props. All this should come in and all look good there. So we can get rid of header type. I should assign this to actual props. There we go. And then our summary block should not change here. Then the last one, we've got our table of contents that we're going to take care of. So we're going to set our type of props to be table of contents props. And after all of this, we're going to go back to our CTAs and figure out what's going on there, because I cannot figure it out for the life of me. Yes, I'm still thinking about it. Const equals props. Well, I've done this twice now, so this needs to be props. We can do active header section, numbered list. Then after that, table of contents, then content, all contents in the actual table of contents itself. Perfect. So then we just need to set this to that, bring in rich text. So we've got our content there. So we've got our content. Perfect. Property root is missing. So interesting. So content dot header text is what it actually needs to be. So I guess I fell out of my normal naming nomenclature for that only. But all those errors are gone. We can get rid of rich text type. We can get rid of our serialized lexical. And we can get rid of our header type. And that shouldn't affect anything here on the table of contents. And so that's not going to do anything because I don't have the right anchors in some of these places, but that's okay. So all of our blocks look good except for our hero, which we'll fix in a little bit. and then our CTA section. So let's see if we can fix our hero first. And that's going to be in our components, not those components, in our front end components. Got hero. So everything is working fine except for our images. Oh, so we can set rich text here. And so in this rich text, we did also set up this little highlight feature as well. So subtext should be root. So that's going to get rid of the rich text. So, or maybe it won't. I think it will. We need to figure out how to type this thing. And we do that in the page config. Look at me using my brain. Page config. We have our hero tab. So above fields, we can do interface name. We can do hero props. And normally I'm going to add this to the end. I just wanted to make sure I could add it there in the correct place. Do interface name there, generate our types, go back to our hero, and then do the same thing here. So this has all been really about getting our types right, because I have notoriously been bad at getting my types right. And I've been trying to do custom types, but then I realized, oh, hey, Payload-CMS does it for me. So why am I trying so hard to get this right? And so, yes, I can make my own types, but they just, like, it's part of the platform. Like, it's there. Everything's good. And it generates automatically. So as soon as I hit that payload generate types, we're good to go. So we'll do const. We'll set that equal to props. If we've got image, which we'll adjust that, which isn't even working anyway, so we're okay to get that fixed. Text position. We've got a headline, we've got subtext, we've got buttons, and that's it. All right, so for this image object, we're gonna, not what I was expecting to happen, but we're gonna need to do image. We won't use that question mark there because we're gonna wrap this, not like that, and we'll do image, image, and the type of that image does not equal string. And if that's the case, we can then get rid of all of those errors. So that means we don't need any of these custom types that I made. We don't need our media type. We don't need our button type from payload types. We don't need our serialized lexical because we have a brand new rich text field that we created. So all that's good. We should be able to hit save and everything looks good. So our image is back. Our hero is back in order.